Hello, my name is Gwyneth Prue, and I'm the Family Ministry Coordinator here at Brewster Baptist Church, and I am happy to be sharing today's daily devotion with you. The key verses for today are from Luke 12:47 through 48, so I'll read those out loud and then we'll talk about that a little bit. Verse 47. The servant who knows the master's will and does not get ready or does not do what the master wants will be beaten with many blows. But the one who does not know and does things deserving punishment will be beaten with few blows. From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded. And from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked. So looking at this passage, I think the harsh language can be a little bit off-putting, talking about being beaten with many blows. But I think we can just use that to see the seriousness of using our talents, our gifts, and our resources well. It's a little uncomfortable for some of us to hear that type of language coming from the Bible, but hopefully it can spur us on as we think about what does it mean to be entrusted with much. On the Alpha Reading Through the Bible app for today, Nikki Gumbel talks about the various blessings many of us have with good health, jobs, food, homes, and other parts of our daily life that we might take for granted. This is true for many of us at BBC, and it's a good reminder just to be faithful and generous with all that God has given us. Another aspect of being given much is the aspect of being given faith. If we've been given the opportunity to know God and have His peace and be a part of a community of believers, then we have been entrusted with much, and we have the responsibility to use that well. And so some ways that we can do that are to work on passing our faith on to the next generation, serving others, being faithful in our marriages and in our lives and to our children. And we can use that lifestyle to share Christ's love. And I think that if we're using our faith as we're entrusted with it, we're using it well, then we don't need to be worried about the rest of this passage, which talks about being watchful for God and maybe even being fearful of God's return because we're not behaving well. So if we are living out our faith and we're close to God and we're in a community of believers, then we can know that we'll be ready for God's return if that comes in our lifetime. And it's not something that we need to be fearful of. So let's just pray together and be watchful and go forward as we're entrusted with the gift of faith in our daily lives. Lord, thank you for this passage today and all that there is to show us and teach us about being faithful, just with all that you've entrusted us with, but especially with a relationship with you. Help us to share that with others and just in our daily lives to show your love. Amen.